Now let's move to the problems of youth empowerment. The ideas and vision of youth are important for a continued development of society define themselves. Their development and intellectual perspective are key for the progress and growth of society. The challenges faced by keeping youth involved are a huge concern these days. Problems such as youth empowerment, corruption, among others, are becoming critical for the development of youth in the country. Now, the following are the problems of youth empowerment, amongst others. Corruption, number one. Number two, unemployment. Number three, poverty. Four, social media and internet. Number five, quality education. Six, inadequate infrastructure, adopting bad lifestyle, inappropriate allocation of funds. Corruption. In a society or country such as ours, characterized by greed, recklessness, and misuse of public funds, it is incredible to note that the youth have been exposed to corruption. Corruption in government, in public parastatals, and so on have all rubbed on to our youth. Corruption have indeed become one menace that is spreading across all areas of society. These days, we find a typical Nigerian youth with a dream of also going into the government and claim whatever is their share of what is left of the country's fund. Corruption has changed the mindset of any average youth to something negative. They now see being corrupt as a growing trend and as such feel optimistic to get involved. The government also being corrupt as ways in which they impede youth development, even with a positive mindset as a youth. The right things have not been put in place by the government to ensure better treatment for truth and, of course, aid their development. Number two, unemployment. Transitions from school to getting job remain a major problem in youth development. Employment, as generally defined, allows for able and willing individuals to get a job and earn a living. In most cases, people who fall under the category do not get a job. It is either that there is no job opportunity or jobs have been gifted to unqualified individuals based on familiarity rather than merit, thereby leaving the competent and qualified ones out of the job. The unemployment rate in Nigeria is quite unsettling. Statistics shows that almost 75% of those who are able and willing to work cannot find gainful employment, especially among young graduates. As a result, youths are either unemployed or exposed to crime. Number three, poverty. It is also important to note that poverty is also one of the leading problems of youth empowerment. The rate of poverty in the country is devastating. The rich seems to keep getting richer while the poor continue to struggle to make ends meet. Poverty impedes learning. A poor family find it hard to send their children to school, and even when they try, most times they end up not being able to fund the rest of their child's education. In recent time, children drop out of school during secondary school education, a stage in which youth development should begin. Sometimes parents indulge their children in any sort of trade or any kind of labor, thereby exposing them and contributing to their social and behavioral problems. Number four, social media and internet. While some may say the internet brought in more good than harm, it is still evident that one of the problems faced by youth is the internet itself. In this technological era, youth are exposed to many vices that are linked to the internet. It is pretty ironic that the internet was created to save time. These days, youth spend more time on their phones rather than even their studies. Menaces such as internet fraud, prostitution, violence, among others, are some of the wrong things that the internet has encouraged. Though it is safe to say the inventors of the internet developed it as a means of faster learning. The modern day youth have learned a lot of negative form from the platform. Number five, quality of education. Another problem of youth development is the quality of education in our nation. Youth at times do not have access to functional and qualitative education. The educational system has not adequately equipped our youth our young people with relevant and beneficial skills and knowledge to face the life challenge of after school life. They are therefore not able to create opportunities for themselves rather than seek inadequate infrastructures. Poor infrastructures, including limited access to electricity, internet connectivity, and transportation system, hampers youth employment and empowerment efforts. These infrastructure deficits make it difficult for young people to engage in economic activities or access necessary resources.